Hello again, welcome back to the Wicked Thrifter resale channel. Today is Monday, October 16th. It is the morning. We're going to pull our weekend orders Friday to Sunday. Some items sold overnight too, so we got a nice little bump at the end of the day last night. I wasn't looking to sell as much, or it didn't look like I was going to be selling as many items this weekend as last, until I woke up this morning and there was a surprise few orders there. One of which was this art pottery bowl. It's by Randy Johnston, and it is a rustic like stoneware pottery, art pottery piece. It was in my last video. I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but this sold overnight. I had it listed for $129.97 and it sold for $116.97 plus ship. I pulled a couple other items just to get a head start. I was putting some stuff away and then these are right there, so I multitasked a little bit. This is a art pottery bowl. It's made in Italy. This is kind of a bolo too, if you see anything with that signature name on it. This tiny little bowl, even a year ago would have got a lot more money, but I still got $17.97 for it, plus shipping. Here is one of those Fenton art glass shoes. It still has the original sticker on the inside. I don't think this one's marked though. So this is I think 70s or early 70s, or before they started marking their pieces or stamping their pieces, and that sold for $10 plus shipping. And I also sold this metal outdoor thermometer or temperature gauge, and this sold for $30 plus shipping. One key thing to look for these, and when you're in the store, you may think they're not working. Like right now you can see that the temperature is pointing down here, but there's a little gauge on the back, and you actually have to calibrate these. You need to be able to know what the exact temperature is, and then you got to turn these dials to get it calibrated. You have to know what the temperature is. All right. But that's a little introduction to what our what solds are today. I'm going to get pulling the rest of the items and I'll be right back. One of the next things I pulled is this, I believe it's Italian art glass Empoli snifter. I wasn't quite sure because of the stem. Sometimes they're a little more intricate than what this one is, but you can clearly see the diamond optic in there. And then the top though seems to be pretty indicative of Empoli. So that's what I'm going to go with. At least I know for sure it's Italian glass. And I don't know if this is too small to be considered a brandy snifter, but that's what I went with. Otherwise, it could be like a votive holder or a little vase. So that's heading out today, and that sold for $40 plus shipping. Item up is a replacement glass hurricane shade that's hand painted. So let me pull that and we'll tell you the price. It's on the shelf, and this guy sold for $22.47 plus shipping. Now, just a little FYI, these do sell. You want to get them for a really decent price. People are looking for replacements on their glass shades if something gets broken. Usually those are the pieces that break first, so the shades, when people are taking them off to like replace the wick, or if it's been electrified, the light bulb. But yeah, I'll still pick these up if they're a couple dollars. And these one, I think I have a few of them. The three that I picked up were, I think, in an auction, or it was an estate sale, part of a purchase, like a lot. But if I do see them in the thrift store and they're a couple bucks, I will pick them up because they will sell probably between $18 and $24. And then some will go even higher depending the color and the intricacy, that's the right word, how to say it, of the design of the lamp and how rare they are. All right, I'm kind of hoping for a light shipping day today, but that did not pan out for my future. There's a couple of items here I need to locate. One was a shadow box like shelf, and then a wood face mask. So let me grab those and I'll show you the prices. Now, these I don't usually pick up too much just because they're kind of, at least when I looked at this, quite a bunch, like quite a few listed. I generally don't pick up just because it's hard to know what are mass produced and what are actual artisan carved. My husband grabbed this though for just $1 at a garage sale this summer, and it sold for $20 plus shipping. I believe I still have, I believe it was like a male and a female version of this mask, and I still have the male figure to sell. But $1 into 20 is not terrible at all. And then I gotta go grab that shelf. I didn't grab it when I grabbed this because this is a little larger than I remembered. Let me grab that and I'll share that with you. This shelf unit is also heading out today. You can see that it's wall hanging shadow box style. That sold for $32 plus shipping. I have a lot of luck with these shelves. Hopefully I don't kill the market, but usually they don't price them up very much at the thrift stores, maybe $6 to $8 depending on the size and how detailed it is. But they usually sell pretty dang fast for me within, I would say, 6 months. Some take a little bit longer than others depending on what the motif is. If it's a little more unique or if it's more universal, it'll sell faster. But like this one sold for $32 out the door plus shipping. Next up we have a Tiki type mug to pull, and then as well a little wood like food dog decorative piece. It looks like it might have been like a bell holder or something, but let me pull those items and I will show you the prices. This little Tiki guy here is made by Libby. No chips or cracks or anything. You can kind of see the mark down there. I believe that one sold for $15 plus shipping. And this is another wood piece that I was telling you. It's got the little food dog type sculpture. It's hand carved. Some kind of either bell or gong or ceremonial piece. And that sold for $35.97 plus shipping. We have another vase to pull. It's a West German vase. I'm going to pull that, a little pastry tart plate, and then, oh, I drew a blank. I'll pull those two and then we'll be right back. This little West German pottery piece marked on the bottom. Some of these pieces can go for a decent amount of money. This is on the smaller side, and I did take this a best offer of $17.07. Yesterday, like I said, was going pretty slow until the evening, which tends to be the case on Sundays. Usually Sunday mornings, you know, maybe you'll get a couple orders or an order. It's pretty slow, and then you know, it picks up in the evening. People are back, they're settling in for the evening and looking online, I guess. That's just been my experience, the pattern that's been playing out over the last little while here. But that sold for $17.07 plus shipping, and this is something I will never pick up again. I shouldn't say that. Things always change, you never know. This is probably a 1980s vintage tart plate. I picked up a few of these items probably 3 years ago, so it's been hanging out for quite a while. I finally let it go for $12.97. I'm trying to clear out a lot of my older inventory that tends to weigh down your store. If you have stuff sitting there and people are not interested in it, there's no watchers, no views, I think that affects how eBay weights your items and shows them to people. So keep that in mind. Make sure you're taking advantage of the ending and selling similar on your items and reevaluating them from time to time. You're going to want to go back in and search and see what the current comps look like on items. You don't want to just list it and forget it, because the market changes and it can change fast. And also back then I wasn't looking up sell-through rate. There may have been a recent sold listing for an amount that was decent, at least in my mind at that time, but there could have been 40 others listed that hadn't sold, and I picked it up anyway. And now I know better, so just make sure you're going through and checking out those sell-through rates on items. All right, let's get back at it. The next item I'm pulling is something that I got inside of an auction lot, and it was one of those times when I wasn't sure if I should just donate it or just list it. You know, the profit, I guess you can consider it kind of free, or it's marginal cost, marginal amount of money put into it, because I wasn't buying the items or buying this item. It was just an add-in, like a bonus listing for the stuff that I wanted to get. But this little planter, and then I got a art glass vase or bowl. So let me find that, and then I will show you what I'm talking about. Here is an handmade art glass piece. It's signed on the bottom. The artist is Kennedy, and it's dated as well. This nice piece is heading out for $45 plus ship. I took an offer on that. And I was talking about that little planter that I got in an auction lot. This I got in an auction lot, and I pretty much consider it free because it wasn't why I bought it, and I'm in the profit on that whole thing. But this sold for $12 plus shipping. All right, let's get pulling some more items and get this done. I can remember this time. I want to pull 3 items to reduce my number of trips back here. We have a Tanala owl that's heading out. It's about an 8-inch owl. I gotta grab that, and then I got to grab a little Santa Claus figure, as well as a Fenton art glass bear. So let me pull those and I will show them to you. This little folk art wood Santa shelf sitter. He sold for $12.97 plus shipping. Here's that Tanala owl. It's like an 8-inch size and it's signed on the bottom. He is sold for $18 plus shipping. And then also this little Fenton art glass bear is heading out. Still has part of the original sticker. And it's like a purple or pinkish stone. Not sure what birthstone that is, but that guy sold for $12 plus shipping as well. These don't sell for as much if they're just the clear glass, the birthstone bears, or just the clear glass bears themselves. The ones that sell for decent money are the unusual colors, anything that's like hand painted, you know, and it has a signature on the bottom. Those are the ones to keep an eye out for. They've got a variety of different animals. I just picked up one, and I probably should show you guys sometime at an estate sale. Well, here, let me pull it real quick. I just picked up this guy at an estate sale this weekend, and I paid up for him. But he is a slag glass, like a chocolate slag glass snail, and it's by Fenton. This one is really, really pretty. I didn't pay the $80, but I did pay $60 for it. And that's really nice. Very unusual, and they can sell for decent money. Now, if it had been hand painted, I don't know, maybe it would have gone for more, or if it had been a different color. But this is pretty neat. I was glad to find this. These are our last items that I'm shipping out today. This fun, large art glass pumpkin. Even though it isn't like a super high-end brand, it's still super nicely done, and you know, the handle's still intact. I sold that guy on best offer, and it sold for $33.97 plus shipping. This was also a super fun find. I've never found this brand in the wild, Mackenzie Childs. You'll look online, there's some people trying to get like ungodly amounts for these vases, but this is a smaller one, and I accepted an offer on this guy. Let me double check. For $38 plus shipping. Another example, please check the size of your items. Some people see this and assume it's the larger version of the vase and are trying to get like hundreds of dollars for it. So if you look at the history of the item, the size, and actually what has sold and what they've sold for, you'll get a faster sale out of the item. I think I had this listed for the low 40s or mid 40s, and it sold at that price. But that's heading out. Brass still sells, guys too. I don't pick up the brass like little ducks very much anymore. The deer still seem to sell for a decent amount. The size matters on those as well. I picked up this little lantern, and it's not that old, but it's like a candle holder. I'm not sure where the door is. It's well disguised. But anyway, I'm not going to break it. But yeah, it just holds a little tea lighter votive candle in there. It's got hummingbirds on it. That guy sold for, wait for it. I'm going to keep the suspense building here because I am trying to find it. That sold for $54.97 plus shipping. So that sold for more than this Mackenzie Childs little vase, believe it or not. So it's not always what you think. You know, it's still a super fun find. Probably picked it up for a couple bucks, like $3 at, like, I think this is, I got it Savers, not at Goodwill. And then I also sold this original artwork. It's a painting, it's signed, it's small, it's like a cityscape. And that is heading out, I believe, for $38.22 plus shipping. All right, I think that's going to wrap it up for us today. I'm going to get these items wrapped and shipped and off to the post office. Thanks for hanging out with me while I pull them all. Now I just got to get the other part of the job done where you actually have to wrap them. I'm going to try to do a shipping video in the near future here. No promises on time frame for that. I got to figure out filming how I'm going to accomplish that part of it. So I'm going to have to wrangle my husband in to help. But if you have any other questions, just drop them down below. Otherwise, please like, comment, and subscribe. And another video will drop next Wednesday. Have a good week and happy thrifting. See ya.